Hi 7th graders, happy e-learning day. Well, this is your first part of the review activity that you're going to be working on. So again, you're doing the first 5 questions, and then tomorrow you're going to work on the last 5 questions, and then you should be ready for your quiz when we get back. Alright, so let's get started. It says calculate the value of each expression. So 6 pi. We could do one of two things. We could type this in on our calculator, or we could just say, well, pi is 3.14, so we could type 6 times 3.14. Whatever way it makes most sense in your brain, let's do that. So I'm just going to type 6 pi, and as you see, I get 18.849. We'll just call this 18.85. Moving on to the second one, we get 3 plus 6 pi, so let's type that in. I get 21.85. Okay. Moving on to our third one. So again, I'm just typing these in. This one's pretty easy, and you will have a question like this on your test. So we have 8 squared times pi. That gives me 28.27. Letter D, 18. Well, that's just 18. And lastly, we have 6 plus 3 pi. So I get 15.42. All right, so there's number 1. And then on the test, you'll have to put these in order from smallest to biggest. So just keep that in mind. This one would be our smallest, this one would be our biggest, and then figure out all the ones in between. Perfect. Number 2, it says the wheel of a stroller has a diameter of 3 inches. What distance will the wheel travel in 1 revolution? Hint, find the circumference. All right, so let's draw a little picture. Here's our wheel. It says our diameter is 3. That's all the way across. So now circumference is pi times our diameter. Okay, well our diameter was 3, so our answer is just 3 pi. If you want to calculate it out, you sure can, but this works just fine. Alright, number 3, it says the wheel of a stroller has a diameter of 3 inches. A different stroller's wheel has a radius of 6 inches. How many times farther will the second wheel travel than the first wheel in 1 revolution? So let's draw a picture of our second wheel. We already know about the first one. Our second wheel is saying our radius is 6. So that means halfway across is 6. Remember, we cannot find the the circumference unless we have the diameter. So to figure out the diameter, we need to multiply 6 by 2. Well, 6 times 2, that would make our diameter 12. Okay, so circumference equals pi times our diameter again. Remember, this would be C equals 12 pi. Okay, so now look at those two numbers. How much bigger is 3 pi to 12 pi? Well, 3 times what gives us 12? Three times 4. So our answer is it is 4 times larger. Sorry, I had a brain fart. I had to think for a second. Perfect. Number 4. Circle A has a circumference of 4 inches. What is the radius? So if we draw our little circle, all the way around it is 4. We need to figure out what our radius is. Okay, so again, circumference equals pi times d. We know our circumference is 4. We know pi is 3.14. We don't know what d is. So we need to divide. So we're going to take 4 divided by 3.14, or 4 divided by pi, and I get for a diameter 1.27. Okay, our question was asking about the radius though. So how could we figure out the radius? Well, we need to take this number and divide by 2. So 1.27 divided by 2, whoops, 1.27 divided by 2, we'll call it about 0.635. And that is our answer. Okay, last one, number 5. The relationship between the side length of a regular octagon and its perimeter is proportional. What is the constant of proportionality for this relationship? So remember, constant of proportionality is thinking what? So 1/2 times what gives us 4? Or 5/2 times what equals 20? If you're not quite sure, you could take 4 divided by 1/2, which is 0.5, and get 8. And then let's just double check our work. 5 over 2 times 8, that's 20, so that works. And then lastly, let's check 7 over 8 times 8, and that's 7, so that is our constant of proportionality. Alright, so that was our first 5 questions of the review. If you have questions, send me a message. Otherwise, I hope this made sense, and you have a great snow day. Bye!